Hello everyone, welcome back to the Python programming course. We are in the part 4 of this series, and in this video I'm going to explain about strings in Python. So this is one of the most important topics in Python. So yeah, let's get started. So what are strings? So strings are nothing but a sequence of characters which are enclosed in single quotes or double quotes. So here you can see the examples of string. So here you can see hello, here you can see Python, here you can see 1, 2, 3, here you can see hello world. These are strings or a sequence of characters which are enclosed in double quotes, single quotes, or yeah. So for example, here you can see Python. So this is a string, or you can write this in a single quote. This is also a string. So for example, for confirmation, you can see if I print the type of this, what I get it as a string. If I write the same thing in double quotes, let's see, I get it as a string. But one thing you need to keep in mind, that while writing strings, for example, you can see if I write Python, we are learning Python. You can see the first line is highlighted, but the second line is not highlighted. This means that you cannot write a part of the string in the next line. So strings can be only written in one line, but in order to write them in the next line as well, in order to write multi-line strings, suppose you want a string which can be written in one, two, or three lines, then you can use this multi-line strings which can be written by using these three triple quotes. You can write we are learning Python in YouTube. So you can write this like this. So this can be accepted. So in order to write multi-line strings, we need to use this triple quotes. So it is the correct syntax for writing multi-line strings. You cannot use single quotes and write in multi-line, and you cannot use double quotes and write in multi-line. So I hope you got the difference. So in order to write the multi-line strings, we need to use triple quotes, and generally strings are enclosed in quotes. So I hope you got it. I hope you got to know what are strings. So now in strings, can strings be stored in variables? Yes, of course they can be stored in variables. I have clarified that in the previous videos. I've given this example, name is equals to Ranga. So if I print this name, it prints that, right? So yeah, so you actually now know what are strings. But the most important thing about strings are strings has particular methods. So methods. So what are these methods? Methods are nothing but functions which are of a particular data type. Like suppose strings has their own methods which are only applicable to strings. I will clarify that in the upcoming minutes. You will get to know about everything. And yeah, so and one more important thing about strings is, suppose if I say name is equals to Ranga, and now if you want to access a particular part of a string or a particular character of a string, that can be accessed as well. How? Basically strings have index positions. Suppose this in this string called Ranga, the R is given position 0, 0 index, and A has 1, N has 2, G has 3, and A has 4. So this is the index values of this particular characters which are present in this string. If you're not clear about this, now let me explain this with an example. Suppose if I say print name of 0, what is going to print? It prints R. If I print name of 1, it prints A. If I print name of 2, it prints N. So in this way, we can access a particular character in a string. But how? Yeah. So basically in a string, we actually get indexing. So each character in a string has particular index position. So it starts from 0 and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the end of the string. But if you want to know the length of the string, so you can also know the length of the string by using the function called length. So len. So here you can see by using len of name, what it prints? It prints 5 because Ranga consists of 5 characters, so it prints 5. So the length of the string is 5, so it prints 5. So exactly the same way you use of type, just as the way you use type function, in the same way you are going to use length function as well, which returns the length of the string. So if I use print type, I open the parenthesis. Now I write whatever the variable which I want to know type of, and I will write the variable name and I will get the type of the variable, that is string. And in the same way, if I want to know the length of the string, I will use the length function, and in that parenthesis I am going to give the variable to it. So now it will give the length of that particular string. So it prints 5. So I hope you got it, what length function is and what type function is. So until now you have learned 4 functions. They are print, they are input, and you know about type function, and you also know about length function. So you now know 4 functions. There are more to go. We'll learn about more functions in the upcoming lectures, but I hope you got it in whatever string. So like, let's say if college, so this college variable has a b c college. Now what are the index positions? So you can see this gives 1 0, sorry, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. So if I print college of 0, what it's going to print? It's going to print A. If I print college of 3, it's going to print empty space, because at index position we have an empty space. So it's gonna print that, so nothing gets seen on the output section. But if I print college of 10, then it prints E, because E has index position 10. So basically when you create a string, the index position, the first character's index starts from 0, then it increases like this. So I hope you got it, what indexing means and how you can access the characters in a string. So I hope you got this. But now I have just said how to get the each character from a string. But if you want a part of the string, then you can do that by using slicing. So slicing is a process where you can get some part of the string. In the previous method, by using indexing, you got actually a single character from each from these strings, right? So in a string, if you want a single character, you can use this indexing positions and you can get each character in a string. But if at all you want a part of the string, then you need to use this slicing. So how? So yeah, I'll show it and you can learn from that. So if I print, suppose let's remove this. Now name, you can here you can see the indexing of this name variable which has Ranga. And now if I print name of 0 colon 2, what happens? So it prints RA. How is this possible? So this is called as slicing, which gives us a part of the string. But how actually this works is, we use a variable name, and in that variable name we assign start and then we give stop. So it starts at the index position which we mention here, that is 0 in this case, and it starts at R, and here we give a stop where it should stop. So here we give 2, so where is 2? 2 is here, so it should stop at N. So what happens is, it will start at 0, it will print R, and it will go to 1, it will print A, and it will reach 2 and it will stop here and it will not print it. So if at all you want up to N, then you need to give here index position 3. So what happens is, it will print the index position 0, then it will go to 1, then it will print 2, and when it reaches 3, it stops there. So it doesn't print. So the whatever the index position you mention here, that character will not get printed. Only the character which is just beside it, that will get printed. So I hope you got this, how to use this slicing. So 0 to 3 prints what now? 0 to 3 prints RAN. So I hope you got this. And if I want to print up to 0 to 4, then please guess what will be the output. So it will be 0 to 4, sorry. So 0 to 4. So it will print RANG. Why did A did not print? Because the character which is just beside preceding 4, that will get printed, but not the index position of 4. So I hope you got it, how to use slicing. So in order to print the whole string, you have to use 0 to 5. That will get the whole string get printed on the output screen. But there is another method to print the whole string. That is, you just remove the stop section, don't write anything. So that will take up to the end of the string. So now you can see, yeah, it gets the total string get printed. And what if I remove this as well? It gets the total string printed. So this will be the default value, start and stop will be stored, and everything which is present in the string gets printed. And one more thing you can do is indexing has negative values as well. So this is positive indexing, but there is negative indexing as well. So the last letter, the last character of the string is given index position -1. So the last character is given -1, and this is given -2. So suppose this is -2, -3, -4, -4. So -5, -4. Yeah. So basically, so this thing, the last character is given -1, and G is given -2. This is -3, and this is -4, and this is -5. So I hope you got it. What is negative indexing? Suppose let's say, let's see with this print function. So if I print name of -1, what it's going to print? It's going to print, yeah, it's going to print A. Why? Because A has negative indexing -1, and name of 4 will also print A, and name of -1 will also print A. So this is negative indexing. Here you use negative indexes to show the values. If I print name of -5, then that's going to print R. So because R has -5, why? A starts from -1, this goes with -2, this goes with -3, this goes with -4, and this is R is -5. So R has -5 index. So name of -5 prints out R on the output screen. So I hope you got what is negative indexing as well. So with this negative indexing, we can actually reverse a string. How? So if I print name, so before that I want to explain one more step, that is in slicing. This is variable name, and here we do start, stop, and there is one more section that is called as steps. So in how many steps I need to print this? For example, if I print name of 0 to 4 in steps of 2, then how it gets printed? It prints R and N. How? So first it will start at 0, so R gets printed, then it will go to 1 and 2. So in steps of 2, and it will print N, and then it will go again in steps of 2, that is 1 and 2. As it is 4, so we do not print what is mentioned, what index is mentioned in the slicing in the end, that will not get printed. Only up to the preceding value it gets printed. So the A will not get printed in this section, but if at all I keep this as 5, then you can see A is also getting printed. How? Simple. So we have mentioned here 0. So it starts from 0. It will go in steps of 2. So this is 1 and this is 2. So N gets printed, and again it will go in steps of 2, and this is 1 and this is 2. So it will stop here and it will print it, because the last ending value is 5. So the index position at 4 can get printed. So A will also get printed. So in this way, this section is used for steps. If we use 3 here, you can see only R and G gets printed. Why? Starting position 0, it will print it, then 1, then 2, and then 3. Stop here and print it. And then there is nothing in the step of 3, in the next value, so it will anything will not get printed, and only up to only R and G gets printed. So I hope you got it. But what if I do something like this, 0 to 100? Sorry, I need to close this bracket. So what if I do like this? So it prints the total string. So this will not pop out an error. So if I mention some length outside of the indexing of the string, it will not pop out an error, but it will go up to the end of the string. But this is not a better practice to do. But yeah, so it will print out up to the end of the string. But if you generally try to access an index which is not there in the string, then it will pop out an error. Here you can see this pops out an error, but in slicing it will not give out an error, but it will generally print up to the end of the string. So I hope you got this about slicing, and this is an important topic. And yeah, one more thing is I need to show how to print the reverse of a string. So in order to print the reverse of the string, you need to take two colons and print -1. So this will print out the reverse of the string. How? Because we are taking steps of -1, so it will start from the end and then it will decrease and it will go up to the starting of the string, and in this way the reverse of the string gets printed. So I hope you got this. So to print a string completely, you can do this as well. So this is one important topic, that slicing can be used to access some parts of the string, and indexing can be used to access each character of the string. So I hope you got this, and let's go with the next topic. Now we have covered this, we have created strings, we also discussed about how to find the length of the string, indexing, negative indexing, slicing. Now let's talk about concatenation and repetition. So what is this? So let's say first name. So first name is, you know how to create variables. I have covered this in the previous video. If you did not watch the previous video, please go back to the previous video and watch it and come back. And yeah, if I say Ranga and the last name as Pingali, and if I print first name plus last name, what will happen? Can we add strings? Yes, we can. So Ranga and Pingali gets added and that will be printed. But here you can see there is no space. In order to add a space, I can do this. So I will add a space here, and yeah. So in this way, first name and there will be some space and then there will be some last name. Yeah, now we have a space. Can I do this? Can I store this thing in another variable? Let's see if we can do that. Then I will say full name is equals to, so here you can see. Now let's take full name here. Can full name store this thing? Let's see. Yeah, it does. We get the same output. So we can do this. String concatenation can be done. So just string, so adding strings is nothing but string concatenation. So string concatenation can be done and the result can be stored in another variable and that can be printed. So I hope you got it. I hope you got what is string concatenation and how it can be used, right? So now the most important topic of strings, that is methods.